Good to see you. So I'm going to do a quick one, and then we'll go to the Q&A. Today is, if you saw the flyer, it's simple answers to difficult questions. So our goal today is to answer questions, all right? So we don't want to do too many lectures today. So I will do a lecture. Usually I do 2 lectures, but I'll do only 1 lecture today. And after that, we'll go straight to the Q&A. So my lecture today is basically to unravel. Come on, say unravel. My assignment this morning is just to unravel. I'm not here to talk about money. I'm not here to talk about character. I'm not here to talk about how to get married. I'm not here to talk about how to become a millionaire. I'm just here to what? To unravel. Because that's primarily why we're here. So I want to basically touch on different things. Different things. You can put the timer on now. I want to touch on different things, and then that will help us have some clarity, because the last 2 years, if you agree with me, has been quite confusing, right? There's been pressure. There's been so much pressure. Everybody is trying to adapt to the post-COVID-19 realities. People are losing their jobs, all right? Everything is becoming different. So there's been excessive pressure. Everybody's moving to Canada. Are you seeing now? Then those who are not in Canada are moving to Abuja. Are you seeing the traffic in Abuja now? It's crazy. It's survival. All the farmlands in the village are empty. There's pressure. Those who are single are under pressure. Those who are even married are under pressure. Single people want to be married. Married want to be single. Are you seeing now? Those who have a job are under pressure because their bosses are putting them under pressure to do more. So they are trying to quit their jobs to start their business. Come on, say pressure. There is pressure. There is pressure. And because of this very underlying pressure, there are many unanswered questions. Now, who do you run to answer your questions when everybody has a question? I wish I could answer your question, but I have questions of my own. I am adapting to the new reality. There's pressure. Oh, there's pressure. In the first time in almost 20 years, I'm saying this about myself now. For the first time in almost 20 years, I have felt pressure. By default, I'm a very humble guy. Do I look humble? I'm humble, I promise you. You know, they say humble people don't say they are humble. Me, I'm telling you, me, I'm humble. But I felt pressure. Aye. Now, there's pressure to protect the future. Because before now, it was kind of okay to be one thing. It was okay to have one good business. But with the pressure of the times, one thing is no longer enough. Do you agree with me? It's even almost looking like one wife or one husband is not enough again. Even one girlfriend. No, if I catch you. Come on, say pressure. There's pressure. So everybody now is looking for something else to do. 3 years ago, no, not 3 years ago, 7 years ago, things were a little bit more predictable in Nigeria. You could plan your life and tell exactly where you'll be in 3 years' time. How do you want to plan your life when you are buying fuel at 600 naira? We bought fuel yesterday at 600 naira per liter. So how do you want to plan your life? We are buying diesel now at 400. 2 years ago, I bought cement for 2.5. I'm buying it now for 4.5. How do you plan? You said 1 million naira to do something in October. By October, the worth of your 1 million is now 400,000 because of inflation. So it was actually useless to save that money. Come on, say pressure. So we have questions that require answers. That's the whole concept of the unravel. So the first thing I want to touch on this morning is the skill of the trade. And this is Uncle Peter. This is Dr. Peter, right? Good to see you. So the first thing I want to touch on is the skill of the trade and the trade of the skill. Come on, say skill of the trade. And the trade of the skill. Now, I think that if you have followed us very carefully and some of our teachings, you would have known by now that everybody is gifted. If you had that doubt many years ago and you've had a chance to listen to one or two of our lectures or preachings, you would have learned by now that every single person is gifted. Nobody is without a gift. Do you agree? There's no human being created alive, whether they have any form of physical challenge or not. Every human being alive is gifted. So nobody is having a scarcity of gifts. Nobody has a shortfall of gifts. Everyone isn't just gifted, everyone has enough giftings. There is no shortage of gifts in any life. Even that girl in your class that appears to be the most dull student in that class, she is gifted. Even the boy in your school that you think is the worst cultist is gifted. Every single person is gifted. But in the generation that we live in, it's not enough to have gifts. The choir master in your church is not the best singer. For those of you that like to go there, Wizkid is not the best singer. You know. For those of us who are in church, Mrs. Chinwo is not the best singer. She may not have the best giftings in singing, but it is her that we know as the best singer. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are gifted and you rely on your gift alone, the most you can get is a room. I will explain that to you. Even the Bible said that your gifts will make what? A room for you. Your gift has only the capacity to make a room. No life is created for room. You are not getting it. There are things you must become that a room cannot contain. Your life is wired at least to be a house, not a room. But your gift has the potential, the potency, the capability, the ability to create a room. That is all the gift can give you. How do you change that room to a house? You need a skill. Blessed art thou who is skilled at your gift. You know you can have gift for which you are not skilled. Do you agree? You may be gifted at singing doesn't mean that you are skilled at singing. The reason why you play Mercy Chinwo all the time and Wizkid all the time is that they have developed skill in their gifts. Have you heard Davido's voice when he talks normally? Apeh, But there's a skill that he acquired that when he begins to sing, I beg your pardon, is at a whole different level. Come on, say skill. Blessed are those who are skilled in their gifts. So skill is very important. However gifted you are, the world does not open to people that have gifts. The world opens to people that have skill. So you see a lot of powerful people from the gospel to the secular. They spend hours and hours and hours training. What's the name of the fastest runner? Boats. He said the real work is in the background. It's not the actual race. But he's a great runner. However, he spends more time training in running than those who are less gifted in running. Are you seeing that now? He has more gifts in running, but he spends more time training as a runner than those who have smaller gifts in running. Then you have one small voice that you use in a shower. Small voice. You have designed your own flyer. You need help. Come on, say skill. Blessed are those who are skilled in their gifts. More blessed are those who are skilled beyond their gifts. You didn't get that. Blessed are those who are skilled in their gifts, but more blessed are those who are skilled beyond their gifts. What I'm trying to say to you is that your giftings or the skill within your giftings should never be the limitation of your learning. Hey. Did that one enter? However gifted you are, however sellable your giftings are, my prayer is that you don't develop skills only in your gifts. You must develop skills that transcend your gifts. Because skill in itself is acquired gifts. Hey, write it down. Anytime you learn a skill, you have acquired a new gift. So let me give you an example. My gifting may be in singing. Am I correct? I may be a talented, gifted singer. However, I go to learn a skill in tailoring, but I'm not gifted in tailoring. The skill that I have learned in tailoring has helped me to acquire a gift in tailoring. Am I correct? So I'm saying to you that you can acquire more gifts beyond the gifts for which you are endowed. Gifts can be acquired. The fuel to do that is what? Skill. Now, I'm building this block as a foundation to say what I want to say. Now, have you noticed that after the pandemic, many people have begun to learn new things? Doctors, like my brother here, are trying to learn new skills beyond medicine. Architects are learning new skills. I'm a farmer now. Oh, I'm an arrogant farmer. Proud to be a farmer. But I'm an architect. Because in this time and age, it's no longer enough to be an architect. You will be hungry. I promise you. It's not prophecy. You will be hungry. So many people have begun to learn new skill. Have you noticed? Tailoring, singing, graphic designs. You know them. Camera, what do you call them? Cinematography, photography, tailoring, bakery. Have you seen that now? Many of these houses are making so much money in the past 2 years because many people are enrolling for trainings. So what they are trying to do is to learn the skill of a trade. Tailoring is a trade. Baking is a trade. Music is a trade. So when I learn the skill, I'm learning the skill of what? The trade. See, UNRAVEL. The problem that we have is that many of us have learned the skill of the trade, but we don't know the trading of the skill. The reason why people pay 5 million to invite a secular artist is not because that artist has the biggest voice, but that artist has learned the crafting to trade his skill. You may be the best tailor, but nobody is paying you enough for your tailoring. Because you don't know the trade of tailoring. You know the skill to tailor, but you don't know the trade to tailor. I hope you get this thing. There is a skill of a trade, and there is trading of a skill. Not everybody who has a skill of the trade knows the trading of the skill. You have spent 300,000 to learn how to make hair, but you can't convince your cousin to make hair with you. Because, like Uche said, there is an art of trade. Come on, say commercial. Say commerce. Say buy and sell. He gave a very simple example about an Igbo man selling tomato paste. The difference between the owner of the shop and the apprentice of the shop is that one knows how to sell tomato paste. One knows where to buy tomato paste. You are not getting this thing. The apprentice, he knows the best place to buy it. But his oga knows how to sell it. And things don't open to those who know where to buy. Things open to those who know how to sell it. Be it your character. You know, you can sell your character. You don't know. You say, I will teach you very soon. You will see it now. I will say some very, in fact, I will jump to that one because my time is moving fast. They increase the time movement. Come on, say this, how to sell. You can sell your character. You can be a good girl and nobody cares about it. You can be an honest man. Nobody cares about it. You can be a hard worker, but nobody cares about it. Because you don't know how to trade your hard work. Nobody even sees it. So how do they pay for it? So whatever skill that you have, be it in your giftings or beyond your giftings, you need to learn this year how to sell the skill. There is a science to trading skills, whatever it is. Even the skill of motherhood, there's how to trade it. You don't know? Come on, say trade. So I said lastly here that there is how to do it. And there is how to trade it. How to do it is the skill of the trade. How to sell it is the trade. You can make the best grilled fish, but you're not making the best profit. I'm happy that Evie is making good profits. I think even best profit. She's doing well. If you need money, I'll talk to Evie. She'll help you. But there is how to sell it. And this year, listen guys, put everything for sale. I don't get it. If you are a good brother, put it for sale. If you are a good girl, put it for sale. You can get value for every virtue that you have. That's what I'm saying to you. The value may not be in cash, but it can be in kind. People can respect you more. They can like you more. They can love you more. They can call you more. They can help you more. Are you seeing now? If you know how to attain value for virtue. I spent 3 months to learn this thing. Who cares? Can you sell it? What value have you gotten for the virtue? That's what I'm saying. That is number one, unravel. Number two, unravel. I want to deal with these many streams of income. But I have 22 minutes. Let's try. Many streams of income and main stream of income. That's the next unravel. Many streams of income and main stream of income. I began by saying that in the current economy, it is suicidal to do only one thing. In the current reality of our time, it is suicidal to do only one thing. So I'm going to begin with this statement. And don't be offended. See, please look up. Look up. Please, I'm begging you. Don't be angry. What I'm about to say, don't be angry. But if you are earning money once a month, you are very far from financial freedom. This is the polite version. What I just said is the NIV version. Should I say the King James version? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want King James? If thou earnest money once a month, thou art poor. That's King James. That's King James. So let's stay with NIV. This King James will put me in trouble. I don't care how much they are paying you. If you work for Dangote and they are giving you 1 million a month, if your earning is once a month, you are far from financial freedom. If you are being paid 1 million and you took Uber from that office to your house, that money has become 998,000. You know that? Yeah. You now buy DSTV. They're like, nobody has more than one girlfriend. You now settle Makurdi branch, Lagos branch, and Port Harcourt branch. Coming. All right? Are you following this carefully? Whether you're earning 10,000 or 1 million, you should never earn once a month. The money that comes to you in a month can't be once. Come on, do the maths. Do the math now. You have 30 days in a month. Why should money come to you 1 day in a month? That's what salary is. And you don't need to quit your job to change that reality. You can remain in that job and change that reality even in the job. Because we have taught you here before that you can own businesses and keep a job. You can own investments and keep a job. How can money come to you 1 day in 30 days? It's not a spiritual problem. Come on, say many streams. Say one stream. So there's a saying, a jack of all trades. You know the saying, sir? Is a master of none. But that saying is not the full proverb. You should not be a jack of all trades, but you should never be a jack of one trade. You don't have to be a jack of all trades, but you should never be a jack of one trade. At least not in this present world. %80 of the most wealthy people have their billions or millions coming in from their mainstream. Do you agree? Every wealthy person has a mainstream. I read an article yesterday. Coincidentally, Uche read the same thing yesterday and sent it to me, that Julius Berger are currently investing in a processing factory for cashew nuts. Julius Berger, that used to do concrete. They have now left concrete for cashew because it's CC. C for concrete, C for cashew. You here with your fine makeup, you say, me cashew. Me. And I tell people that I am doing cashew. Do you know why Uche sent that to me? And one of my friends sent it to me from Jaws. Is because we are currently investing in cashew nuts. Now. Yes. We are currently negotiating certain deals. I will not give you details here before you go and chance me. Big transactions on cashew nuts. And we are attempting to do something very revolutionary with the cashew fruits. You will hear. When you see me on newspaper, call me. You are earning 25,000. You pay tithes and first fruits. And you are saying you can't do cashew. Wait there. Many times, you need to try many streams to find your mainstream. Many times, you can't graduate from school and discover your mainstream. That's why Uche said sometimes it's important to subject yourself to services, because in that process you may uncover many streams to try. It is okay to begin the process and your journey trying many streams. You tried tailoring, it didn't work. You tried baking, it didn't work. You tried selling lands, it didn't work. You are doing Okada now, it's trying to work. There's nothing wrong with that at the beginning. Because sometimes the way to discover, you see, evidence tried different things before she became a fish seller. And she's making millions now from selling fish. By God's grace. Evidence is the one with the black cap, in case you're wondering. Meet her later. She will help you. But sometimes you need to try different streams. Because, in the schools we went to, they didn't teach us how to find a good stream. So sometimes you may need to try your hands on different streams. Don't be embarrassed. Because some of you have gone to your uncle like 4 times. You say, "Uncle, I have a vision." You say, "What is it?" Tailoring is my destiny. He now gave you 80,000 to go and train. 6 months later, you have come back now, that is bakery. This one you say that you heard it by prophecy. Prophecy that is now baking. From baking now, you want to say bra. Some of you now, you even want to try ministry. But it is okay. It's okay. There will be wastage. But it is profitable waste. There's profitable waste. Even when you cook, when you peel yam, do you use all the parts? No. That thing you peel is profitable for your yam pottage to happen. There are certain things in life that require waste to achieve value. So those things you are trying, however ridiculous they may seem to your friend and your family, don't be discouraged. Try another one. I'm not saying that you should not cultivate the staying power, because one of the things that we lack in today is the ability to stay in one thing. Because you tried for 3 months, it's not going as planned, and you quickly give up. I'm not saying you should do that. You should learn staying power. You should learn staying power. I'm not saying you should try this and run. Try this and run. No, you must cultivate your staying power. However, it is okay to attempt multiple streams. And in doing so, you may locate your main stream. A friend of mine used to import furniture and perfumes, and she had other businesses she was doing. The perfumes that she brought it to fill up the space in her shipment. She didn't want to do perfume. Her goal was to do furniture. But to maximize her imports from Dubai, she introduced what? Perfume. She rented a very big space, spent millions years ago, about 5 million naira for the rent. Then realized that in the same furniture shop, they were buying the perfume more than the furniture. She probably will sell one chair after 6 months for 3 million and make 500,000. But in those 3 months, she would have sold maybe 300 bottles of perfume and made 5 million. So she now realized in her many streams that, there's what? A mainstream. She shut down the furniture business and focused on the perfume. A point came that she had a problem. You know her problem? She said, "Sir, now I sell too many perfume. I don't have what to do with my time." She was making like 10 million or more profit every month. She said, "The problem I have now is that I'm idle. Because I have different centers selling perfume. I don't even know my time now. I don't know what to do with my time. And I want to do something." That was, say it's a good problem. Say a good problem. She found her mainstream from many streams. However, some of us may first locate our mainstream. Yes. sometimes you find your mainstream first, and then your mainstream begins to produce other streams. Are you seeing that now? When you find your mainstream, please stay there. Stay there. I don't have the time to teach you how to know your mainstream. But when you find that thing that is working, just stay there. You may be making just 10,000 at a time, 5,000 at a time, but it is predictable, it is sure, and it is safe. Stay there long enough till that mainstream can produce other streams. And then many times, the other streams that the mainstream produces can generate another mainstream. This is too, I can't teach it now. But is it making sense at all to you? Don't be quick to jump from one thing to the other, but sometimes you have to jump from one thing to the other. And you are searching for your mainstream. I have different businesses now. I have many streams of income by God's grace. But I also know my mainstream. So no matter where I go, I give time to my mainstream because my mainstream gave birth to the other streams. As at this year, my mainstream is about to give birth to another mainstream. So by the next 5 years, my current mainstream will no longer be my mainstream. I'm telling you now emphatically that in 5 years' time, my current mainstream cannot come anywhere near one of my mainstreams. The process is on now. By prophecy and by every other sea. Come on, say mainstream. Say mainstreams. Let's move quickly. I'll just 10 more minutes. I think the next thing is supposed to be smart work. I can't touch on smart work because I want to touch on integrity. But let me just say quickly that some of you following me on social media saw my recent post where I said that smart work is hard work. You know, what they have taught us is that don't work hard. Work. As though smart work is a replacement for hard work. Please, who did that to you? Don't work hard. I'm not a hard worker. I'm a smart worker. Have you heard that before? He doesn't know what he's saying. It just sounds good. He's a poet. It's a poetry. I'm not a hard worker. I'm a smart worker. Your uncle is helping you. You are running mouth. It's your uncle that is helping you. You know. I'm not a hard worker. I'm a smart worker. There is hard work that is hard. Write it down. Hi. I said I didn't want to touch this thing now. There is hard work that is hard. I know it because I'm an architect. I see hard work that is hard on site. The man that is mixing concrete. Hey. On every site, there are two kinds of workers. There's always one who is doing the hard work that is hard. There's the other that is doing the hard work that is smart. You didn't get it. When I am on site with my workers, we are all working. And we are all working hard. But one's hard work is hard. The other one's hard work is smart. That's the reason why I'm the one paying him. Are you getting that now? So there is hard work, truly. There is hard work that is hard. But there is also hard work that is smart. Because smart work is a kind of hard work. Smart work is not the opposite of hard work. Smart work is a type of hard work. If smart work was easy, everybody will work smart. Doctor, am I correct? But the way that people are looking for jobs everywhere shows that many people don't know how to work smart. Because smart work is hard work. It's hard work. The next unravel very quickly. Can I move on now? Because I have just 8 minutes. Let me just run very quickly. Write this down. Number 4 is competent integrity. Write it down. Competent integrity. Competent integrity. A few days ago, I was in a city and we're analyzing somebody. I can't tell the story because it will to be clear who the person is. But when we analyze his story, we realize that he had a problem. Come on, say problem. And his problem was that he had more integrity than he was competent. Integrity is not a replacement for competence. That you are honest does not excuse you from being competent. A person who is honest and not competent, what do we call them? The person is honestly incompetent. He is honest, but he's incompetent. I know that many of you are blocking your heart on this matter, so I will give you an analogy. You know, Uche is an Igbo man. Where's Uche? And Nobu. The man comes to you after 5 years. He says, sir, Oga Uche, for 5 years, sir, Allah, I've never stolen your 1 naira. Never. But in 5 years, because of his incompetence, you lost 5 million naira. Are you seeing what I'm saying now? But he said, I will never. From my grandfather, they know us that we are very honest people. And truly, he has never stolen your 5,000. But because of his incompetence, your business have lost 5 million. So, Uche now employed Nnameka. Nnameka is a Ross guy. He's a Ross guy. Every now and then, he used to move like 10K, 20K, 30K, 10K, 20K, 30K, 10K, 20K. But the guy has made Uche 18 million in 6 years. Please, by prophecy or any other say, if it's you, sir, who will you employ? Can I say something? Evan, this I want to say, can I say it? Mercy, can I say something? She says. Gloria, can I say something? Noble, I want to ask you. Is the question I want to ask you. Will you marry a virgin that doesn't have manners? one guy they say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Virgin confirmed, tear leather. That's right. But she doesn't know how to greet elders. She knows how to boil egg, but frying, she can't fry egg. And she has small body odor. Small. This girl is very Christian. Why are you laughing? But she's a virgin. An honest man that lacks competence is like a virgin that lacks manners. You see, to be a virgin may be virtuous, it loses its virtuality. That's not a correct word. When there is no manner to back it up. I'm a virgin. No man has ever even hugged me. But you can't greet elders. Any small thing you keep malice. Body odor, mouth odor. But a virgin. Integrity is very essential, but it loses its potency when it's not backed up with competence. So what you need is what I've called competent integrity. Hi, I was going to talk about opportunities, but my time is up. I have just 2 more minutes. Are you being helped at all? Are we unraveling? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. What's the next thing? What's on the TV? Result orientation. Yeah. Okay, let me do something very quickly on this one. You know, we are in a generation that is highly motivated by results. Everybody is trying to show something, which is part of the reasons why we are under pressure. Because it's not important what you do, it is important what you can show. That's what it has become. Do you agree? Nobody cares what you are doing. So it's almost looking like the end justifies the means. A big lie from the pit of hell. So nobody really cares how hard you're working, how honest you are, how good you are, how virtuous you are. They just want to see what result do you have to show. They say, your brother. Go and see your brother. Go and see your brother's car. Are you seeing that now? Meanwhile, they don't know how your brother bought the car. But everybody is driven by result orientation. Without understanding that not every result is good. There is a very, very important story in history of a man called Moses who received an instruction to speak to a rock. Speak to the rock. You know the story, sir? Huh? Bible students. Dr. Mercy. You know the story? What did God say? Speak to the rock. What did he do? In disobedience, he struck. Was there result? There was result. Water came out. But the man was sentenced to terminal punishment. He could never enter the promised land because of that action. But however bad that action was, there were visible results. Many of you are striking your rock and we are clapping for you. But there's doom waiting for you in front. Because not every result is good result. There are 3 things or 4 things you want to write down about results. Number 1 is efforts. Number 2 is method. Number 3 is results. Number 4 is fulfillment. Mercy, can I do this quickly? So in one of the classes we taught you the difference between a job and work. And we said a job is paid work. Do you remember? For those of you, many of you were not here. But we said job is paid work. And we said work is productive efforts. So you should write that down. A job is paid work and work is productive efforts. But not every effort is productive. But every result begins with an effort. Does that make any sense? Not every effort is what? Productive. But every result, good or bad, begins with an effort. So even the man doing Yahoo, he is making efforts. Am I correct? Every result requires efforts, but not every effort produces good results. There is always a method to the efforts if you must attain the good results. Come on, say method. Every good result has a method. There is always a method to the effort. You may have the effort. If you lack the method, you will miss the result. Every happy family is putting in effort, but there is a method to the effort to attain the happy home. Every good business is having a good result, but there is an effort they are making. However, there is a method to their effort that produces the profits. Every life of favor that you see is not effortless. When they say favor is unmerited, it doesn't mean that favor is effortless. It's just saying that the outcome of favor gives you more reward than your effort. But favor is not void of effort. But there must be a method to the effort. Like I say, you may see somebody driving a car at 50 kilometers per hour, and you go and buy your own car. And you buy a sport car, and you enter the car, and you begin to press the throttle, what we call throttle. It's called accelerator. Will the car move? Sir, will the car move? Why? You buy the car, you just enter the car and begin to press throttle. Will it move? Why, sir? Because what? Does it mean the throttle is bad? Does it mean that for that car to move, you won't press the throttle? You must press that throttle. But the thing you didn't know is that before you press throttle, you must on ignition. Then you engage the gear. Then you now press throttle. George is very happy. This is his field. He wants to mentor us. So the throttle did not have problem the first time. It's just that you didn't have the method to the effort. In fact, the man who drove by 100 kilometers was pressing small. You are pressing everything, but your own car is not moving. Because you didn't do what? Start the car. You didn't engage the gear. Then press. You had effort. You lacked method. If you do it right, you will have good results. And the acid test of every good result is fulfillment. And I'm saying that now because of what I began by saying, that there's too much pressure in our time. You need to find something that makes you feel full. You didn't get it. Fulfillment is when you feel full. You know you can have 1 billion naira and be empty. You don't know? You can have 1 billion naira in your account. Listen, guys. A lady just killed herself, 19 years old. She was the Miss USA 2019. This is weeks ago. She was 30 years old. She was rich. She was beautiful. She had a good job. She committed suicide. But she had results. But she didn't have the acid test of a good result, which is what? Fulfillment. So she had everything, the beauty, the shape, front, back, account, good job, everything. But she felt empty. Have you seen that the suicide rate has increased in our time? Because there's pressure for results everywhere. And we are grabbing all the results possible. And the more we grab, the emptier we are. Because there's no fulfillment. There is an essence that transcends substance. Write it down now. There is an essence that is more than any substance. That essence is called fulfillment. When you feel full, you have only 10,000, but you feel full. And then your friend that has 1 million is calling you for advice. You are going to marry the most handsome man. He has 8-pack. But you can't sleep at night. You know yourself. Don't look up. Just look down. Say unravel. Thank you. God bless you.